Anne Sweeney once said, "Define success on your own terms, achieve it by your own rules, and build a life you're proud to live." But why is it so hard to actually do that in today's world? Why do so many of us struggle with it? I'm Sanj, and welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that helps you master your mindset so you can master your life, so you can navigate life's challenges and reach new heights. I give you easy to implement techniques so you can change where you are now to where you want to be. If you get something from this episode, please share it with someone who you think would benefit, and I'd really appreciate it if you could leave me a rating or a review. Today we're delving into the concept of success, and I'm talking about why it's crucial to define it for yourself rather than use someone else's terms. Because honestly, that's what a lot of us do today. We will try and define success on someone else's terms. We'll use someone else's ruler to measure our success. And all it does is causing you to live a life that is unsatisfying and unfulfilling because you're not doing something that you love. So as Albert Einstein once said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. And this shows that actually the danger of measuring your success based on others' standards can actually leave you feeling inadequate and unhappy, because all you're doing is you're actually chasing something that you may not even be that good at in the first place. It may not be right for you. It may not be something that lights you up, makes you feel excited, makes you feel energized. You chasing someone else's definition of success is not the way to live a happy life. But it's so easy because everyone out there has their own definition. And again, this comes around to the people you hang around with most. Your net worth is directly in proportion to your network. The people around you have such a big influence on you. So if you want to be successful in monetary terms, you need to surround yourself with the right people. If you want to have a great family life, you make sure that the people you surround yourself with have great family lives. You need to make sure that the people you surround yourself with have the life that you want. They have the same definition of success as you, because you want to be the one in charge. You don't want to be part of a group who has a different definition of success and you take on their definition. Yeah, we often fall into the trap of adopting other people's definition of success, and that can be relating to wealth, to fame, to status, to family values. You're comparing yourself to those around you, and if the people around you are different to you and they don't have the same values, they don't have the same definitions, you're going to be striving to meet their standards. And all that does to you is that just causes stress, causes anxiety, and leaves you feeling unfulfilled. And then another reason why we take on the other definitions of success which aren't our own is because of things like social media and advertising. You're bombarded with these images of success. You need these clothes, you need this amount of money, you need this car, you need this house. And it fuels a belief that you must achieve certain milestones to be considered successful. And again, this pressure to conform to this can actually overshadow your desire, your value to define success the way you want to define it. So you actually need to take a step back. You need to start thinking to yourself, actually, what is my definition of success? You need to start thinking, what are your values? Take a step back and actually start to define your values. Take time to identify what your core values are. What are your priorities in life? What matters to you? Is it having a great family life, a great relationship with those around you, your spouse, your kids? Or is it actually earning X amount of money because then you can provide something which you didn't think you could, so you can live a certain style of life? Your success should align with what your values are. It should reflect what brings you fulfillment and enjoyment of life. When you do that, it'll be easy to define your version of success. It will be easy to define what success means to you. So when you start to think what truly matters to you, remember though, that when you're earning that money, is it success because you're able to keep up with the Joneses? You're able to afford the same car as them. You're able to afford the same holidays as them, go to the same places as them. Or is it because you want to take your family out of a neighborhood that you don't want them living in? You want to actually improve their life in some way. Because again, your success, that will determine what you consider successful. Your success is not about making the money, it's about what you're doing with it. And then again, this comes on to when you actually define what success means to you, define your own metrics. What are your goals? What are your aspirations? Instead of actually just thinking of external markers, consider things like actually your personal growth, your meaningful relationships, your mental and physical well-being. When you start to take these into consideration, then that's when things start to change. Because you're not just looking externally anymore. You're not just looking at what neighborhood you live in. You're not looking at what car you've got, what clothes you've got, how much is in your bank account. You're thinking, actually, am I knowledgeable? Do I have the relationships I want? Can I do better at them? Yeah. And then you start also thinking about your own well-being. Am I where I want to be? Am I physically in shape? Am I mentally in shape? What can I do to change that? How can I know if I've actually reached where I want to reach? So if you need to actually start clarifying your goals, that's a first step for when you're actually trying to define your version of success. So when you clarify your goals, make sure they're clear, make sure they're specific, make sure they align with your values and your vision for success. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people say. What other people say and think of you is none of your business. Focus on what matters to you, what your vision is. Break them down and make sure that there's steps to track your progress, because when you're tracking it, it's easier to stay on course. It's easier to reach your goal, because if you're not tracking it, you don't know where you are on your journey. Make sure your goals align with your values, as I said. Make sure there's something that actually excites you, something that you know what your life wants, what you want your life to look like. And as I said, make sure it aligns with you. Make sure that it's your goals. Embrace your authenticity, because when you are authentic, it actually increases your confidence. It increases your fulfillment. And doing that will allow you to pursue your goals with clarity, with purpose, with motivation. It will help you build up that momentum to get to your goals. When you start to do it, you start to see a difference, because you're no longer chasing other people's dreams. You're no longer doing things for other people. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for what makes you happy. And on this journey, do not forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. It doesn't matter if you've just moved forward an inch, but you've still moved forward. You managed to lose £1 when you want to lose, say, £50. It doesn't matter. That's still one step closer to your journey. That's 2% there. Celebrate your achievements. Acknowledge your progress. Recognize the efforts you put in. Pat yourself on the back. When you show yourself that excitement, when you're showing yourself that you're celebrating those wins, it keeps you motivated. It keeps those positive habits reinforcing it themselves, because you're looking forward to your next win. You're looking forward to your next step forward. And then finally, when you've got your goals, when you've got it all, be grateful for the progress that you've made and the people around you who are there to help you. When you start to focus on gratitude, you start to focus not from what you don't have, but what you do have. And when you start to do that, it makes such a difference. You're no longer caring about material stuff anymore. You're no longer waiting till you get the next set of, your next car, the next big thing, the next phone, whatever. You're not fussed about that anymore. You're grateful for what you have now. Yes, if you get a new one, yeah, that's great. But you're going to be less dependent. Your happiness is going to be less dependent on that thing. So foster that contentment and it will bring you inner peace. So I encourage you to reflect on your definition of success. And remember that true success is not conforming to other people's standards, but it's about living authentically to yourself, something in alignment with your values. So what does success mean to you, and how can you actually take steps today to pursue it on your terms? So make sure you keep defining success on your terms. Make sure that you keep changing your mindset, mastering your mindset, so you can create a life that you desire, one where you're being the most authentic version of yourself, one that is in alignment with your values. Master your mindset, because remember, when your mindset shapes your reality. When you master it, you'll master your life. As always, my mission is to make a positive impact on this world, and I sincerely hope you can help me do this by liking, by following, and sharing this podcast with others. So until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, keep thriving, and keep mastering your mindset to master your life.